Okay, it's a little warm, so the AC is staying on. I just thought I would recap the Phoenix trip. And it was good. It was really good. There's kind of the one down point that I'll get to, but saw a lot of spots. Was able to get to, let's see, day one. Slept Friday after getting off work. Got there around 7 to 8. I think I woke up around noon. Took 5 hours to get down there from 40 to 17, sorry. So currently I'm enjoying I-40 here through the somewhat affluent area of Flagstaff. A super great road. It's like, come on, America. Roads aren't that hard. But apparently they are. This is just a little bit ridiculous. We're on 17 now. It's as bad as 40. Bouncing around with a trailer behind me. Super awesome. And just got camp established first. It was Eagle View Campground, which is a campground kind of attached to a casino. It has an Indian name that I can't pronounce, but a little outside of Phoenix, which was good. So it kind of kept us out of the main Phoenix Metroplex area. But let's see, Hiker stayed home most of the time because it was too hot for him. Saturday, I went down to Saguaro National Park in Tucson and went to both the east and the west segments and did some hiking there, about 2 miles each. Pretty warm, really pretty though, a lot of cactus. Alright, so I'm here in Tucson, and I've got the hitch work at Cliff's Welding for the Airstream on Monday, as well as my PALS and BLS renewal that I was going to do while I was in Phoenix. So that's both in Mesa, which is essentially Phoenix, and I figured this would be the closest chance I would have to stop by Tucson without some sort of other excuse. Otherwise it's like 5 to 6 hours from Gallup. So 2 hours down from Phoenix is Tucson, and this is Saguaro National Park. And gonna do a short hike here on the west side and then jump over to the east and see what's going on there and hit a few other spots on the way home. So pretty day, should get pretty hot. It's mid 80s and maybe 8 a.m. today starting out. So gonna see how it goes and show you some spots along the way. What you doing, buddy? So this is the Loma Alta trail, which I'm actually trying to get to the Ridgeview trail. But I think that's off of this. So we'll head that way. Let's see here. Some of these soars are just massive. I think most of this green stuff is chaparral, maybe. And you got prickly pear, ocotillo. I forget what kind of cactus that is, but pretty day. This is pretty Got some actual rock base out there. More saguaro forests. Super pretty. So this is Saguaro National Park, at least one of the trails in it. Heading back now, probably gonna do the Cactus Forest Drive. This is the western or Rincon Mountain District. There's an eastern portion too that I'm gonna do a trail in over there, past that coming in. Pretty day. A little bit of a breeze up. Probably gonna be pretty warm. It was like 105 yesterday, so yeah, might be a little toasty. I wish the light was better out here. It's kind of a real blue, diffuse light, and there's a little bit of, not fog really, but haze. So I feel like the sun would set over there, and I'm sure it would be pretty. This would be a great sunset view, but it'd be pretty toasty after baking all day, so I don't know. Anyway, head back now.
From the driveway of my house to your apartment where I am waiting now. Come on, don't think night's young. Let's go. NYC, Portland, Austin, Anaheim. Maybe not Anaheim. Keep an open mind. I'm just saying, baby, let's go. I don't care. Anywhere. Like a river connects to the ocean, this pavement touches wherever we're going. White lines flying by, who knows what we'll find, you and me tonight. Drive, let's drive. When's the last time we dropped our things and went? Woke up somewhere that we've both never been. Growing up doesn't mean getting older. Maybe it's just left turns off familiar streets. I just wanna come back with a memory. Growing up doesn't mean getting older. I don't care. When we were young.
All right, we're over at the eastern side of Saguaro National Park. This is the Tucson Mountains district, and we're gonna go on a short 2.4 loop trail. This is the Kings Canyon loop trail. Super pretty. We're gonna loop through Gould Mine, I think, so there might be a mine coming up. It's about 104 out here right now. It's a little toasty. We are in Tucson, or I am. See if I can bring you to the mine later. So this phone is probably gonna overheat anytime now. It's kind of warm. But a little building here. It's up near Gould Mine. You can kind of see mining stuff where they've carved it out. I don't know what they were mining. I'm guessing this is the entrance. Pretty cool. Oh, that view. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the mine. Not your traditional kind of hillside, but looks like down. Go down in it. I'm guessing this is all the mine material here, slough. So we're gonna keep going there and back to this trailhead. Let's see what's going on over here. Some old equipment. Oh wow, that's cool. Wow. Ways down. Pretty wild. Kind of a musty smell? I don't know. Kind of weird. So this trail would keep going that way, but I'm gonna head down. Pretty day. Still just enjoying these pretty views out here. It's like a garden. All different kinds of cactus. So pretty. Look how this stuff is like redder than the rest. My glasses, I had to change my lenses out because they had gotten scratched over the years. They were like, I don't know, 5-10 years old. I've got Oakley sunglasses, so I ordered new lenses, but they're like a rose-colored iridium, which is cool, but it like makes everything really green and really red. So you don't quite get the real tone of the light, but it's still pretty. Just noticed we got a cool little nest here. Look at that. Little round nest. It's cool. This is a Palo Verde tree. They're super green. Okay, just finished Kings Canyon Loop and King Canyon, not Kings. That's Yosemite. And now we are headed to Casa Grande, back up Highway 10, I think. And then hopefully Tonto National Monument before we end out the day going home. So. Then hit Casa Grande in, I think the town is the same name, but it's this huge Pueblo structure that's by itself. They've got kind of a, not a tent, but like a structure over it to protect it. So this is Casa Grande. Big Pueblo house ruin. Looks like there was more to it than this, but wow, it's a big one. pretty wild. Look at that. And then from there went to Tonto National Monument. It's near the Roosevelt Reservoir and Salt River. Kind of out by itself. There's been a lot of fires out in that area, so yeah, some burned areas, but it was really pretty. The hiking trail was closed. I got there after noon, and they stopped hiking up to the Pueblo ruins after noon. So that was Saturday. All right, so this is the last of 4 national park sites that we're visiting today, and this is Tonto National Monument. I think there's cliff dwellings that I can't get to at noon, apparently. But this is super pretty. It's kind of perched up here on a hill, which is cool. And that really blue lake down there is a lake. Really pretty. These hills kind of remind me of California. Not sure which way the cliff dwellings are, but yeah, I guess it's the fence down there. It's closed. So this is super pretty. We'll overlook. The trail is closed to the, I guess, the lower dwellings, and sounds like the upper dwellings are up behind that, but you can see them from the road. Oh yeah, there you go, right up there. Wow. Trail to the lower. So it closes by noon. Actually, it looks like quite a ways up there. That's crazy. This looks like little caves and stuff up here on that. And then Sunday, I went to Dutchman State Park and did some mountain biking. Okay, so today's little project, it's about 6 a.m. Sun just came up, so it's probably about to get warm. But gonna head over to Dutchman State Park, which is about 40 minutes away. I also saw this morning the Pipe Cactus National Monument, which is down by the border. It's about 2.5 hours from here. I don't know if I want to do that today. But I'd like to do that before I leave because there's not much other reason to come down here later on in the year. So definitely put that on the list, and we'll see how things go. Lost Dutchman State Park. Super pretty back here. Most of the Tonto National Forest is closed for fire restrictions. So just doing a few trails around the base, and I think after that I am going to go down to Pipe National Monument on the border. So that'll be later today, and see you around. So this is the cool thing about having your bikes with you, is that there's a mountain bike trail here. So I'm just gonna detach and go for a mountain bike ride. So just out here mountain biking, super pretty. Not too hot yet. So I just almost ran over a snake and tried to brake to not hit it, and of course it like runs towards me. It was striped though. I think it slithered into there somewhere. But as they were just giving a rattlesnake talk at one of the shelters, that's super fun. Watch out for snakes. got some groceries at a Fry's marketplace, and the bikes were stolen. They were cable locked to the rack. I was in there about 40 minutes, and they were gone when I got out. All right, just got back to the truck, and the bikes are gone. That's fantastic. All right, it's kind of interesting experience here. The bikes were stolen in the about 30 minutes I was in this Fry's Market. It's a fairly nice grocery store. Super, like it was almost Whole Foods kind of level. Like it was a nice place. And the bikes were cable locked in the whole thing, and they're gone. The rack's still there, so there's that. So I walked in and asked the gal, you know, do you have cameras? What do I need to do? And she said, call the police first, which I've done. They're coming out and take a report. So the plan to jump down to organ pipes is kind of on hold for the moment, and we'll see what happens. The one bike, the road bike, I've had with me 10 plus years. I don't even remember how much I paid for it. I mean, it was probably $2,000 to $3,000, but it's been a lot of places with me, so that's kind of a bummer. I'm not super sentimental about stuff, but you know, I've done the Swamp Rabbit Trail at home back in South Carolina. Did some biking on Valley of the Gods Road when the road bike was all I had. Did some biking around here in Gallup, multiple other places, but it's just been with me a long time, so that's kind of a bummer. And the other one was new. The other one was the mountain bike, and luckily I'd just gotten to use it that morning. It behaved really well. I was super happy with it. And then it's gone. And kind of the whole point of going to Phoenix was to have the welding done, to have a hitch put on the Airstream for the bikes. And now the bikes aren't here, so that's great. Did file a police report. Pretty much just that piece of paper. Doesn't really do anything. You know, I don't know what I expected them to do.
When does the CSI team get here? What? In anticipation of their arrival, I've bagged some evidence. One of the thieves had the audacity to quench his thirst while ransacking our home. You should be able to pull some good prints off this. And now, here are my prints so you can rule me out as a suspect.
They checked the cameras. Apparently the cameras don't extend that far out into the parking lot, so there wasn't really anything to see. Unfortunately, I know now that I need to record serial numbers, but I didn't know that ahead of time. And looking back through records, apparently the serial numbers are not readily available in the records. So they're usually on the down tube of the bike, so I would have had to take a picture of that. So that's not helpful either, that I don't have those. Did check with insurance. Insurance does not cover bikes in any way, shape, or form, but I thought I would check. A couple of people recommended checking, so I did. So kind of back to square one on that one. Looking at new options. So there was an Apple store in Phoenix, and I did get these Apple AirTags. So I got the 4-pack, and the thought being that there'll be one in the truck, one with the Airstream, one with a mountain and a road bike, hopefully whenever I get those back set up. They transmit to other Apple devices that are nearby, so while it's kind of used to find your keys locally with Bluetooth, when they're at a distance, they transmit to other Apple devices on the Find My network, so somebody walks past with an iPhone or something and it transmits a location. So, that being said, hopefully if things are stolen in the future, I'll have at least some way to try to track them down. Not saying it's going to be 100%, but the other option was like a GPS cellular tracker, which was kind of annoying. So, that's that.
Dropped our things and went, woke up somewhere that we've
get this before the camera iPhone overheats. I am up here at Pipe Cactus National Monument. Really pretty. I don't know how far, but Mexico is not far in that direction. We're right on the border here. This is way down in the middle of nowhere. I did get a call back from the officer that was doing the bike theft report. Cameras do not go out that far in the parking lot, so that's just great. It's probably going to be just a total loss. Not much else to do about it from anything I can figure out. Yeah, that's great. Just when I was about to get the hitch welded tomorrow, kind of a setback in that whole setup. So, probably give it a week or so and try to find out how to get bikes back as far as purchasing new bikes, which is just great. They were not cheap, so that's a bit of a financial setback too. So, yeah, gonna give it a little while, see if somehow they turn up, which is very unlikely, and then find out what the next step is. So, for now I'm hiking. Just having a nice easy walk here at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument. Super pretty. It's about 110 out here today. Smells mostly like warm creosote out here, which is a good smell. Reminds me of quartzite. I'm not really sure why, but these cactus don't have as many arms as they did in Saguaro. I don't know if that means that they're a different kind of cactus or if they're just Saguaro cactus that don't have as many arms. But yeah, it's a nice little walk here, not too strenuous. Good thing is it's pretty hot. And, see you back in a few. A good bit of Acatillo over here. And that way is Mexico. This phone's getting pretty warm. It's probably gonna get me off the keyboarding soon. There's some parts of this trail where you're like, seems like an alien planet. It's like, what the heck is going on? Pretty wild. Very different here. Like a cholla forest out there. So we're up here at one of the campgrounds. Pretty nice, pretty well maintained. No full hookups, of course. There's some potable water over there. Super pretty though. Got barbecues, picnic tables, if you like group community shelters. Restrooms. Nice. So I had kind of a moment of peace up by the, there's a shelter up at the campground that kind of gave some shade. And a nice breeze going, despite it being like 110. And kind of had a chance to process the thoughts on this and kind of work through a few things and pray a bit, and starting to kind of have peace about it. It still really sucks, but hopefully I can get to that point. Don't have a whole lot of hope that they're going to be found, so we're looking at, twice the expense. One of the bikes wasn't even paid for, the mountain bike that was coming due this month, so I'm paying for something I don't have, which is pretty annoying. And then got to look at getting stuff again, at least if I want to keep cycling. So, kind of thought occurred to me, you can't change what is, and being worked up about it is only internally being something you don't want to be. As far as the past, I did preventative measures to try to prevent things like this. And as far as the future, you can look back and try to make plans to make changes in the future as far as security and preventing theft. But I can't change what is. I can't change what is right now. So, trying to accept that, move on, and make plans to continue life. Yeah, we're getting there. So this is my snacks today. As yesterday's road trip snacks were a bag of Dots pretzels and garlic rye chips. So I got a veggie platter and cashews and pistachios as salty snacks. It's a little bit better, a little healthier of a drive. Phoenix in general, super cool. It kind of reminded me of a beach town. There's kind of a lot of palms out and around. There's a lot of sand, a lot of kind of dirt. But kind of reminded me of a beach town. It was super hot. 1 teens most of the time, but doable. It was hazier than it apparently is for the most part. It would have been cool to kind of see the ring of mountains that's around Phoenix, but those were kind of obscured. I'm told from some of the locals I talked to that it's from the fires they've had. That's the reason it's kind of hazy right now. It is kind of cool that you'll see. It's kind of like Phoenix itself is kind of built up. It's a sprawl, so it's not really, and there's a lot of space, so it's not really a compact city, so it's not super crowded. It just kind of sprawls out, and there's more. Sorry, camera card was full. I forget when you move files, it doesn't actually like delete them, so you have to reformat the card each time when it gets to be full. So, talking about Phoenix, there we go. So yeah, kind of a sprawl. It's kind of cool that Phoenix is kind of built up around the little mountains that are in the valley there. So you'll have like a skyscraper and then like a mountain right next to it, and they're about the same height, and it's just kind of cool. I found while it was busy and while it was certainly more congested than, you know, Gallup or small towns, it was doable and not so congested that it was like gridlock. They've got a pretty good road system, so there's kind of loops all around the city, and then I-17, I guess. I don't know what the camera's doing. I-17, I guess, goes through the kind of the core of the city too, but then there's loops all the way around, so it's very kind of easy to navigate. And I'm sure there were bad areas of Phoenix. I never saw them. Like, every area I saw was a very nice area. New buildings, kind of artsy stuff, super pretty. So I was impressed with Phoenix. Alright, so this is the whole reason in coming to Phoenix, was to get a bumper, a hitch welded on the bumper. Which is kind of a moot point now as the bikes are gone, but still gonna get it done, as that's the reason we came. And yeah, about ready to pack up and headed to Cliffs Welding. Alright, so here we are at Cliffs. Just waiting for them to open and hopefully get the Airstream set up to start mounting. Hopefully it'll be done by, I don't know, noon tomorrow, and head back to Gallup, but see how it goes. Alright, we are de-hitched. I am leaving my house at Cliffs Welding. Alright, so we were checked out at the RV place, which was Eagle View RV, a little outside Mesa. So checked out, so we're homeless again. The Airstream's dropped off at Cliffs, and check-in at the hotel is not till 3 p.m. So probably gonna go find some Starbucks and find something to drive around and do for a little while. Probably once I get to the hotel, I'll do some video work, but I have the laptop and stuff with me. So yeah, just gonna hang out for a while and we'll see what there is to do. And this is our hotel room for this evening. Camper's in getting the weld job done. Nice view of the roof. It's actually a very nice room though. Yeah, so hotel for this evening. So I was just gonna chill out here in the hotel and work on video stuff until noon. That's when checkout is. But looked it up and found out there's some more national park sites down by the border. There's a Coronado National Memorial and a Tumacacori National Historic Park, which I think is a mission down by the border. And it's going to be a while before I'm back in this area. So I thought I'd use this last day to run down there. It's about 3 hours. It's down a little past Tucson. So I thought I would use this day to pack it up in the car and run down and see the last of the national park sites for Arizona. Not the last, there's still some more, but anyway. So packing it up now. Hopefully we'll get the call that the Airstream's ready a little afternoon, and we'll see where to go from there. So, see you again in a bit. So kind of fun fact, I tested out the Taconcha brake controller on the way to close to Welding. Just pulled the little thing that does the manual braking for the trailer. It doesn't do anything. So I'm pretty sure the brakes are not working at all. Yeah, I tried to set up a service with the Airstream here in Phoenix to have it looked at, but they never got back to me. So, I've towed this far and the truck seems to be able to stop it. I just, kind of build that into the equation as far as, how close to follow and how fast to go and stuff like that. But, yeah, definitely gonna have to get that looked into. Kind of crazy. It's like we're in a different part of the world. I guess this is Spanish architecture. It would remind you of something in Europe, I think. I think this would be like where Icon would be. A little alcove up there. There's still some of the painting up here. Looks out on the cemetery. This is apparently where the priest dressed. Some unfortunate graffiti, I guess. whitewashed, it would have been pretty bright. Baptistry. Font or infinite adults who convert. Staff only. I guess that goes up somewhere. That's crazy. So I guess that goes upstairs or something. Oh, stairway to the balcony. It's no longer here. Wild. One little hack I'll share too as far as packing up the Airstream, and I'll say this is probably about the third time since being in Gallup that I've packed up the Airstream to go stay somewhere, and I'm so impressed with how fast it is. Like, it's literally down to about 30 minutes and I can be on the road, and that's set up too. So even from setting up at a new campground to breaking down camp and leaving, about 30 minutes. There's some inside stuff that has to happen, but super fast, super easy. It's easy to tow. There were some times on the uphills on 17 coming back into Flagstaff that were kind of uphill. About 55 was the max we could go, and that was at like 4,000 RPM and pedal to the floor. So that's kind of the limits of using a gas truck, but a diesel's, you know, on the list further down the line. But so far it's still super doable, and it's a good experience. I love the lift on the Airstream. Cliff's Welding did a great job both with the hitch and the lift. I got to order a new locking pin to be able to put the rack on the back, because I've got the one I'm using is already on the hitch on the truck. And then of course working on the bikes, but love this lift. It's really good. Alright, here at Cliff's, picking up the Airstream. Look at that lift. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And my new hitch. Awesome. Love that work. Looks great. Driving home here, literally under and through a rainbow. Isn't that great? Wow. So one of the things that kind of showed up in towing the Airstream this time was that this door did not stay shut. It could have been a whole lot bigger of a mess than it was, but what ended up happening is some cans, some drinks, stuff kind of rolled around. So, the problem, and I've already kind of tried to fix it before, the problem is this thing right here. This is supposed to stay down, and it's obviously loose. There's a little spring in there. I know it's broken. The spring actually broke, like it broke in half. I tried to stretch it out to make it work, but obviously I need to take that off again and take a look at that. They also had to shut down the propane to do the work on the welding for the Airstream, so that turned the fridge off. So right now it's been overnight and it's sitting at about 60. Hoping it's going to cool down. No alarms on it. But yeah, hoping everything cools down in there. Alright, just opened it up. this is the little spring, and it's supposed to sit like that. Of course, it was sideways, it fell over. But that's why I have this, and we're gonna see if something in there is gonna work to keep this where it's supposed to be. Alright, got the spring back in. It's pretty good. Spring's right there holding. Nice click. I like it. Fixed. There was one hack I'll share as far as towing with the Airstream, and that is I got one of these, just Target, one of these fabric square things to put everything on the counters. And what ends up happening, I try to find like cabinets to shove stuff in, and then I always wonder where did I put it, where is it? But this is one place, it can just sit on the bed. I put all the little knickknacks in here, and then they're ready to just put back out as soon as we, arrive at our destination. And of course this thing, folds down to flat, which is great for storage, and then I don't have to have something out. But it's just a quick and fast way to store some of the stuff that's up on the counters here. So I think that's about it. Like I say, other than the bikes, it was a great time to get away. It felt like a whole lot longer than 4 to 5 days. Did get my BLS and PALS renewed at the same time. That was a good experience. It was just an automated mannequin situation, which I've done before. So got those done, got the welding done, got to see a bunch of national park spots, and I got to do some mountain biking before bikes got stolen. So all in all, pretty good experience, and look forward to the next one. We'll see you guys next week.